Such a beautiful morning. Everything is sparkling. But it is so cold out here. Good morning, Josh. How'd you sleep last night?
Good.
Good. Did you have any dreams?
I did have one.
Cool. I look forward to hearing about it. Good morning, J-Bud. How'd you sleep?
Good.
Good. Good morning, Eaterbug. How'd you sleep?
Good.
All right. Caleb.
It's not good.
All right. Good news. How did you sleep, little one? Did you sleep good? You seem happy. You slept in this morning. You weren't the first one up. Yeah. Oh, you gonna blueberry me? Good morning, sweetheart. How'd you sleep?
Pretty good.
Good. Did you have any dreams?
I don't think so.
Good morning, Doodle. Did you sleep well?
Yeah.
Good. You excited about a new day?
Yeah.
Are you hungry? You've been sitting here asking for food. You're being very patient. Good morning, love. How did you sleep?
I slept pretty well.
Good.
Yeah.
Cool. What you up to?
Well, I'm gonna lay down on my mat and do my morning stretches and exercise, so I want to sweep that area first.
Yep. Good idea. Here you go, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the homestead. I'm actually trying to find a shady spot to film this video today. Even though it's nice and sunny, the generator's going to run our house power because Kip and Caleb are working on the solar system. So it's pretty noisy down by the house. I think I found a spot here where I'm gonna settle in to finally share a little bit about sleep with you all. Let's see if I can get back here in this little grove of cedar trees. It's kind of shady in there. So how did all of you sleep? Oh boy, jungly. Okay, here we go. I should have brought a bucket to sit on, but I think I finally found some good light here that's going to work. So first I just want to say, obviously I'm not a doctor, and so all this information that I'm sharing today is just based on my own research and experience. And so if you've got a serious sleep issue, please consult a doctor. And as with anything that we share on our channel, we do try our best to make sure that the information we give is as true and as factual as possible, but do your own research as well, please. Alright, so let's get to it. You may have noticed, if you've been watching our channel for any time now, that often when we say good morning to each other in the mornings, we ask how the person slept. We're always asking each other how we slept. We're asking about dreams, if anybody had any dreams. We just, as a family, really value sleep and feel it's so very important for health. And I truly believe that it doesn't matter who you are or what kind of sleep issues you have. Could be sleep apnea, insomnia, PTSD. There's just endless things that can disrupt sleep. But I feel that sleep is for everyone, no matter what your situation. And it's a blessing and a gift to be able to sleep. And I'm not talking about just laying in bed for 8 or 9 hours. I'm talking about deep, rejuvenating sleep. There's obviously going to be situations that can disrupt deep sleep. You may have children to care for, a newborn baby, you may be pregnant, you may have a job that keeps you from sleeping at night, you may have animals to care for. There's lots of different things that can make deep sleep challenging. So obviously we're not all going to have wonderful deep sleep every night, but that still can be a goal, and it can be something that we can work toward. So this video is not going to be about just some magic pill that you can take to sleep. It has a whole lot more to do with lifestyle habits, diet, things that you can do, things that you can maybe change in your life and the way you schedule things that could help you to be able to get deep sleep as often as possible. So some of you might be thinking, I get great sleep. I probably don't need to watch the rest of this video, and maybe you don't. Or maybe you want to watch it just so you can encourage somebody else who has sleeping issues. But before you leave just yet, if you're the type of person that thinks you're getting good sleep, I have a few questions for you. Do you wake up in the morning first thing and feel energized and renewed and ready for the day? That's definitely a sign of good sleep. Do you sleep between the hours of 11 and 1, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m.? Another question is, do you have to take sleeping pills or medication in order to get to sleep? Do you have to consume large quantities of alcohol in order to get to sleep? Do you need to take naps during the day because you just get so tired midday and you just can't go on without a nap? Or last question for you is, do you have to consume caffeine in the morning in order to finally feel like you can get going? Those are some questions to ask that can really show you if you are truly getting good deep sleep or not. So if after answering those questions you have any question in your mind at this point of, am I really getting good deep sleep, restorative sleep or not? Maybe keep listening. Let's go on. For the rest of this video, I'm going to compare awesome sleep to a play. When you go to a play, there's two major things that make that play really good, a really awesome play. One is how the stage is set, you know, the lighting and the props and everything that goes on that stage to create this atmosphere for that play. But then there's something else, and that is the characters. From my research, it seems like a lot of information on sleep focuses on setting the stage. The characters are forgotten, and in order to have a good play, you have to have both. Nobody wants to go and sit in a theater and just see a stage. We want to see those actors and actresses, those characters, and that's what makes a good play. That's what makes awesome sleep. So I could go on and on and on with an extensive list of ways to set the stage. Many of you who have sleep issues probably have already done all sorts of things to try and set the stage for good sleep. I'll just mention a few key things for setting the stage for good sleep. But what I really want to talk about in this video is the characters. And that is something that I feel is not discussed very much. And those characters have to do with nutrients and beneficial bacteria in our gut. And so that's what I want to focus on today. But real quick, just some really important things for setting the stage for good sleep that I'll mention. Some of them quite obvious, maybe some others that aren't so obvious. One has to do with media. Screen time. It's really important to not be watching anything on a screen, whether it be a Kindle or a phone or computer, any device. The wavelengths of those devices do not help promote sleep. Also, the blue light from them can inhibit melatonin, which tells our bodies it's time to go to sleep. So there are some different things that you can do if you're someone that really has to be on a device before bed. So I'll leave a link below it's called Flux, that is free app that you can use that can take away the blue light on your screen and change it to be more like an orangey sort of light that's better for your eyes at nighttime. Another thing would be to unplug your Wi-Fi or just unplug anything that's right around your bedroom space. If you've got lamps or things that are plugged in, it's always a good idea to unplug those before bed if you can. The time that you go to sleep is important. If you are able to, the very best hours to get the deep sleep that our body needs is between the hours of 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. and that has to do with our sleep cycle. We go through 3 to 4 different cycles of sleep, and the deep sleep that is needed for physical recovery and the REM sleep, REM sleep that is needed for mental recovery, those periods of sleep are the longest during the first 2 cycles, so at the beginning of our sleep. Those who've got a really active mind might want to try journaling or reading, not from a Kindle or any kind of device, but from a paper, magazine, or book of some sort. That can really help. Having it cool enough and dark enough is important. Something that maybe not many of you know is that sunlight first thing in the morning is really helpful for making sure your circadian rhythm is working properly, and that really helps you to be able to get good sleep. So getting out in the sunshine first thing in the morning, even if you can get out there barefoot, like in some grass, that's even better. Praying before you go to bed or first thing in the morning. I'll just leave a list below in the show notes with some of these things I've mentioned and a few more that are all about setting the stage for really good sleep. So now let's get on to the characters. So let's say that you for years have been trying to set the stage. You've been doing all these different things to set yourself up for good sleep, but you're still not getting good sleep. It's probably because you're lacking the nutrition that is needed in order for your body to get into the stages of sleep that it needs to, and then in order to repair. So I mentioned before that there's a deep sleep cycle, and that is where a lot of the physical repair happens. And you have to have nutrition in order for your body to be able to make those repairs. And then something that I've just learned recently is that for the next stage, REM stands for rapid eye movement. That's the dreaming stage. That's also the stage where your mental repair is happening. During that stage, the body is actually in a state of paralysis of a sort. And think of it like if you want to work on a vehicle, you have to shut the vehicle down, paralyze it, so to speak, in order to get in there and do the work. The same thing has to happen with the body. If the body is not put into this state of paralysis, there's certain things that just can't be done. The only way your body can go into that stage, that dreaming stage, is with a combination of the right nutrients, specifically vitamin D3 and B vitamins. They all work together, and they are vital for flipping that switch in your brain that paralyzes you, that allows the work to be done. So vitamin D3, I actually did a whole video on that. The best way to get vitamin D3 is from the sun, but it has to be the right time of year. Depending on where you live in the world, you want to get out in the sun, and you'll be able to get the vitamin D3 from the sun if your shadow is shorter than you are tall, if that makes sense. The rays have to be coming in at a certain angle in order for you to synthesize vitamin D3 through your skin and various other processes. So you want to get outside when your shadow is short as often as possible and get as much D3 that way as you can. You can get D3 through your food, but it's not as easily utilized as sunshine. So sun is the very best way. It also works in conjunction with K2, which is a vitamin that's produced in the gut by beneficial bacteria, which is also where B vitamins are produced. Many of our B vitamins are produced or synthesized by beneficial bacteria in our gut. And just like D3, we can get B vitamins from our food, but they are not often easily utilized through food sources. So having a healthy gut is where it's at if you want to have good sleep. And the cool thing about having a healthy gut is then you don't have to rely on any kind of supplements. And the body is so much smarter than supplements. Those B vitamins in the gut that are produced and used are maintained by all of those good bacteria. They know exactly how much each person needs. Every individual is going to be different. And the B vitamins are tricky because they have to be in balance. You can't just take one of the 8 B vitamins and think that you're going to solve an issue, because then another B vitamin may get low, because they all work together and balance each other out. So the best way to make sure that you have the B vitamins you need is to help your gut, and you do that through nutrition. That would be a whole nother video, honestly, but plain and simple, just eat real food, whole foods, clean foods if you can, organic or at least non-GMO, and try and get most of your carbohydrates through vegetables, legumes, possibly sourdough breads if you can handle them, but try and stay away from heavily processed foods. Definitely get rid of the sugar, stay away from excess alcohol, and better yet, maybe start gardening. If you get into the garden, you get both of those key nutrients for sleep. You get the D3 and you get the B vitamins, because you get soil organisms, and those are going to help your whole gut balance, and all the beneficial bacteria are going to love you for digging in that dirt. Not to mention that you're going to get more high quality nutrient nutrients through the food that you produce because you'll be eating it fresh, and hopefully it'll be grown in a way that's non-toxic. I think gardening is one of the best recommendations I can give for good sleep, because you're also going to get exercise, and that's another huge part of getting good sleep. Alright, so I know this has been a lot of information. It's only a drop in the bucket compared to what I had on my paper to share with you today, but I will leave more information in the show notes below if you're interested. And I will also leave some links to resources for you related to sleep and supplements. And one final note, Kip is going to be my guinea pig. So we'll keep you updated. He actually has issues with sleep, and he's going to be making some lifestyle changes in the weeks ahead and letting me kind of experiment on him. So hopefully we'll have some good reports to share with you in the future of how things are going for him. Just want to encourage you all to do whatever you can to get really deep, rejuvenating sleep. The benefits are so worth it. It is such a blessing to be able to wake up refreshed, rejuvenated, excited about the day, not in pain, with motivation and focus. Sleep is also where we lose extra fat that's not needed on the body. There's really endless benefits to getting deep, rejuvenating sleep. It is a huge blessing. I'm just so thankful in my stage of life with 7 children to be able to get really good sleep most nights. I'm super thankful for that. It's a blessing, and I really hope and pray that you all are blessed with wonderful sleep as well. So until next time, pray blessings over you and yours, and whatever you do, do it with your whole heart. Back out into the sunshine. Just got back to the house and wanted to show you guys what the children have been doing. It's really fun. You guys having fun over here? This is our little sand pit area. Got a little tunnel going. Little roadway.
Uh-oh, bridge collapsed.
Bridge collapsed.